Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to end the video. This is a paid request this time for Daniel. Feel free to send any requests, either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And also in the info box will be links to my second YouTube channel as well as my Odysee channel, which has my backup stuff. And like I said, I'm open to pretty much any type of request. And this is for Pursuit from 2022. Now, this film here, it got critically derailed by critics, and I can see why. This is a film that's just poorly put together, really no one to root for. Sometimes I just was wondering what is going on, or what are they trying to achieve with this. You got Emil Hirsch, which they tried to make a star for like 15 minutes because he was in films like Savages, which I think was an Oliver Stone film, Killer Joe, which William Friedkin directed, Speed Racer from the Wachowskis, and that didn't really work out. So now you have this. John Cusack is in the film, but it's one of those performances. I like John Cusack, but this is one of those roles where if he did a staring contest at the wall, you would wonder who would blink first. Like, just... it's, again, another paycheck role for John Cusack. The guy who plays the cop, I don't recognize the guy. I think his last name is Manley. Pretty much the story is Emil Hirsch is a hacker whose wife is kidnapped from a drug cartel. And his father is played by John Cusack, who's another head of a drug business. So Emil Hirsch is using his hacking skills, and I always find it funny when they do this stuff because I would assume actual hackers would just lose their mind watching movies like this going, that's not how you do it. Which, by the way, I mean, he's called one of the best hackers in the world. Let me ask you something. If you're one of the best hackers in the world, wouldn't you be anonymous? If you're one of the best hackers in the world, wouldn't people not know who you are? Isn't one of the whole damn points is that people don't know who you are? So, the fact that everybody knows who he is, I don't think he's one of the best hackers, you know. Plus, how does that deter... It's kind of like Ben Affleck when he did that commentary for Armageddon, the best oil drillers, and he's like, well, how is that determined? Is there like a poll? Is there like a Reddit, a subreddit? Is there like, I don't know, you asked in a diagram on TV, what is the best hacker? He got number 2. He got 2. I mean, how is it determined he's one of the best hackers? Again, if he was one of the best hackers, no one would know who he is. But anyway, he's looking for info for his kidnapped wife, where she's at. So it leads him to this deal going on. I think he was in a motel where you have, come to find out, undercover cop, who's going to be our, I guess, lead good guy, doing a deal with these bad guys. And the bad guys, like, he's being over the top. Hey, Poppy, it's dance fever. Laying on the accent thick with his Fabio. He's got the Fabio, not my friend Fabio, but, you know, I could be not butter. Fabio haircut. And Emil Hirsch and his buddies go in to shoot in a slow-mo. I thought it was really funny because at one point the cop like jumps back as if he's Max Payne in slow motion. As he's jumping back, like this, the pile of money just explodes. Now I don't know why, because it's slow-mo and we're not seeing the other guy shoot. I'm like, did the pile of money have a heart attack? Is the pile of money scared? Got scared and went, ooh, I need to get out of here too, from this shitty movie. So the pile of money had a heart attack or got scared or wanted to leave. And then I find funny one of the cops in the van, the female cop, she's in the van working this big deal, but she's got all these sticks in her hair. As if, is that something you should take care of before you go on this serious, cop business. But whatever. So the cop chases after Emil Hirsch. You have a foot chase that goes through this mall. There's a point where Emil Hirsch like jumps off like a high ledge, and then I swear he jumps, but then he lies flat on his back, and but then when you look over, he's fine. I mean, the way he jumped, but then he did like this. It's like he jumped and then he almost did. Let me lie flat on my back. You would crack your head open or break your leg or something, but whatever. He doesn't. I guess you're supposed to think he landed on a table or something. I don't know. And then Emil Hirsch is shooting back, and he kills some innocent people. Now, granted, the guy got shot, he's seen that there's guns, and let me tell you a little tidbit. If you see a guy with an Uzi, put down that magazine. Because I don't care how interesting the articles are, ain't worth a bullet to the gut or a head. The guy looks like, nothing, starts reading, and then he gets killed. But it's still an innocent person that gets killed. Maybe a dumb innocent person, but innocent person. I keep honing it on when I get to the ending. I go, oh, come on. No, this guy doesn't deserve that. He gets a free pass for killing these innocent people? Come on. What kind of ridiculous stuff is that? So Emil Hirsch gets away. And we're told that he's one of the best hackers. I'm like, well, wouldn't his ID not be found out if he was? And Emil Hirsch, I don't think his performance is that good. There's a lot of times he gives like these really goofy facial reactions. Like when he's at the computer hacked, he's like, oh, when he's even talking to someone, it's like he'll do like this blinking as if he's confused. Like, I don't think it was that good of a performance at all. This is my opinion. He finds out about the cop and his backstory that he had a pregnant wife who died, and try to make him a deal as in, you help me and I'll find the people who killed your girlfriend. John Cusack is working with Andrew Stevens from back to the day, The Terror Within 1 and 2. Andrew Stevens produced this movie. That's how he got a role in the film. And Andrew Stevens is the drug cartel guy that Emil Hirsch thinks has his wife. John Cusack, I mean, if you add up all the footage, he's probably in it for, if it's more than 10 minutes, I'd be surprised. And he doesn't really do a lot. He's kind of just talking very flat, very bland. He's cooking some steak. Pretty much all shot in the same area at the character's house. Talk over a phone, does this. Like, hey, I don't know, did it in 1 or 2 days. Just paid a chunk of change for his name value. I mean, he's a character that he doesn't even like fix his hair or comb his hair or anything. Just sometimes it looks like John Cusack just got out of bed to do his performance. So it goes from Emil Hirsch looking for his kidnapped wife. Then it goes to those bit with this cop who his wife was killed. Then goes to Emil Hirsch being kidnapped, and then the search for Emil Hirsch, where the cop goes with this girl named Zoe, and the sheriff is played by William Catt from the TV show Greatest American Hero. He's in the 80s film called House. He's in this. So the cop and Zoe are partnered up. From time to time, they talk to William Catt's sheriff character. The action scenes are severely lacking. Well, you get like a little country hoedown fight. Emil Hirsch is tied up, and most of the time, again, he has this confused look on his face. The cop and Zoe are looking for what Emil Hirsch is. They either talk to an informant or they go here and there. I'm sitting there going, this is not that exciting. It's not that thrilling. It's not that engaging. The top character, he doesn't have a strong presence. Uh, I can't tell you much about him because there's not much about him. Other than he likes being shirtless, going out drinking, thinking about his dead wife. The It's just struggling to even talk about this film. It's just what I'm supposed to talk about. John Cusack being bored, then forgetting for a turn of it is about email. You think, oh, it's Emil Hirsch. You know, someone said it's like you took 2, 3 strips, you put them together. I just see why. You have the Emil Hirsch hacker, and then the hacking never comes back into play later. So it's like the only reason they made him a hacker was for him to find out about the cop's wife. But if they're okay, he's going to use his hacking skills to go this, and this route to find his wife. No. Because then he's kidnapped. Then it's about finding Emil Hirsch. Not Emil. The cop, he's not a good fighter because half his fights he loses, at least the important ones. Like some of the big henchmen, he's fighting one guy and Zoe has to save him. Even the other guy he's fighting and the guy's ready to do him and Zoe stops him. And then someone else shoots the guy. So the cop didn't really feel like he needed to be in the film. It didn't feel like he was of big importance to the plot, to the story. It felt like all this could have happened without the cop doing anything. Because spoilers, super spoilers, they don't save Emil Hirsch, who's kidnapped and getting a bit tortured. Emil Hirsch does that himself. So after the initial, they got Emil Hirsch, someone takes him and kills a cop in the bathroom. I don't know why the bathroom has a lot of purple lights flickering on. Is it the purple rain? I don't know why does the bathroom have a lot of red purple light flickering on and off. I mean, I've been in some bathrooms, none of them have like red, not even purple, like purple lights. Where's the purple lights? I don't know where the purple lights, purple sights, where it's coming from. I don't know. But again, for most of it, Emil Hirsch is tied up, and then he's getting a bit tortured, and then he gets out of it, as if he was Martin Riggs in Lethal Weapon. But I'd rather watch Lethal Weapon 10 times out of 10 times over this. I just feel like it stalls. Where is this going? Who am I supposed to root for? The cop is just a very inconsequential character with not much, I'm sorry to the actor. Emil Hirsch, he's looking confused as to why I'm in this movie. John Cusack was 10 minutes, looks bored. And maybe that's why he's got the sunglasses, because he's like drowsy behind them. I don't know if he ever takes off his glasses, now that I think about it. Maybe he was sleepwalking. Do this to hide it. And just, when you get to the finale, Emil Hirsch gets the guy who's torturing him, tied him upside down. He's the son of Andrew Stevens. Finds the guy, there's an explosion, boom. Emil Hirsch finds out that John Cusack, there was one of the henchmen, was it Dodge? Something I have names on here so I don't forget. Dodge, yeah. Dodge, I guess, was working for Andrew Stevens, I guess, and the wife was scared of Emil Hirsch, her husband, and John Cusack, so she was ready to talk. I guess Dodge was hired to get rid of her, so he did. And Emil Hirsch is like frustrated, and he's angry with his dad. But I think someone tried to shoot John Cusack, and Emil Hirsch stops him. See, my memory's already fading over this. And even the ending really isn't much. It's not a big shootout, not a big action set piece. John Cusack gets wounded in like the arm. Emil Hirsch shoots one, and then takes the other guy Dodge and buries him up to his head, and puts a bucket on him, just like what happened to his wife. The cop doesn't do much other than get his butt kicked, and Zoe has to save him. And then you found out Zoe's working with the bad guys, but then not really, because William Cat shoots the bad guy and says, hey, let's blame it on the Dodge guy. I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? Like, now Zoe's a bad guy, and then William Cat, he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy, but then they shoot this bad guy, because, hey, we'll just blame it on the Dodge, blame it on the rain, yeah. Emil Hirsch, like, your dad, John Cusack, knew what was going on, but then you let him go, and Cusack just says something about, Hirsch with a family betrays you. She was afraid of you, afraid of me, afraid of us. And Cusack drives off, so he gets away, and I assumed because he had just a wound on his shoulder. Emil Hirsch, the cops let him go. I guess because he has his son, John Cusack's grandson, Emil Hirsch's son there. I'm like, Emil Hirsch killed innocent people at the beginning. Do people forget? Cop, did you forget that you were chasing the guy and the guy shot an innocent person reading the magazine among other people? I think there's another guy who was like a bouncer in front of a club. I don't know if he was a bad guy or not. Like the guy at the... Not the guy he shoots up close, but there's like another guy standing over there. Was he guilty? Was he innocent? Was that, no. Why is Emil Hirsch being let go? As if it's nothing. It's cool, bro. It's fine. You did a pass. This ain't Monopoly. You go around, go get $200. This ain't an easy pass. What are you, the Monopoly guy? And then it ends with the cop getting the text of, this is where the people who killed your wife are. He gears up with the gun, walks away, movie ends, and I'm like, okay, what was the whole point of this damn movie? The whole point was Emil Hirsch trying to find his kidnapped wife, but then she's been dead the whole time, and John Cusack knew about it, but then he doesn't... It seems like he would take revenge onto his dad, but he doesn't, just lets him go. But he replaced the guy who did do it. The cop, you really didn't even need that character in the movie. The performances are severely lacking. William Cat took a paycheck. John Cusack sounds drowsy, seems drowsy, probably drowsy behind sunglasses. They stole from Wesley Snipes. He took a paycheck. Emil Hirsch, again, just looks confused. The action is, the one bit tries to be back to pain slow-mo, and then the few others, very forgettable, lackadaisical. It's as original as his damn title, Pursuit. Lets a guy go that killed innocent people. Okay. This film just sucks. I don't know what else to say. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. I was trying to think if there's anything left I could say about it. Nope. That silence that was unintentional, that's exactly how you feel after watching the film. The sound of silence. No shits were given. I didn't intend that, but I'm going to keep that in because that's just perfect reaction after you watch it.